Hello one, hello all. Welcome to Formula 7 Tier 4 Round 2 Bahrain. Today in the commentary box is Nathan. He's joining me. How are you, Nathan?
I'm good, John. How are you?
I am very good. It's been a long time coming, this has.
I was just doing a quick sound check. It all sounds good. I'm looking forward to this one and glad to have you back in the comments box as well.
It's been a good few months. Been preparing.
Yeah.
So out on track currently is Pritzi 5411. One of the new drivers into Tier 4. I believe they raced one of the last races of Tier 3 last season, I think.
Yeah, German driver joined, didn't he, right at the back end, and he's done really well actually since coming in, to be fair to him.
As now, for the first time of my year in commentary, it's taken away with Pritzi as we head down the main straight. Now on board with the Scuderia Ferrari, down into turn 1. DRS wide open. Past the pit wall with the Haas there as we head into turn 1. Heavy braking zone. You want to be sure you want to grab the apex, go a little bit wide there through going into turn 2 so you can get a better exit, get that foot to the floor. Through turn 3 now, DRS wide open, going down into turn 4. Burning that battery all the way down into the braking zone again. A little bit of right hand here, bit of careful one. You don't want to get on that curb too much, and he did a little bit. It's now into turn 6, into turn 5, and through turn 6. Lifts quite drastically there. As into turn 7 we go. Heavy braking zone again. Don't want to grab too much of the rear end as you just slam on the brakes. And through we go. Up the hill now into turn 8 or turn 9. As again, very hard corner this one, especially if you lock up the fronts, as he just makes you go straight on, which makes it quite difficult. As again, DRS wide open, burning the battery straight down as we go into the left-hander here. Bit of a curve on the inside, don't want to grab that because it's a bit too much rotation and can slide the car a bit too much as we heading through turn 12 into turn 13. Through turn 14 now, sorry, 13. They got a nice apex there, grabbed the apex very well. Had no oversteer, no understeer, just being able to have that much confidence in the car, especially on your first run, is we head into the final corner. Got a bit onto the curb, a bit too much there, as he runs straight to the line. DRS open again, as he sets a 129.8.
Yeah, a decent lap there from Priz in the Scuderia Ferrari. You do have a Sauber coming to the line as well. That is Mad Riot, a 1:31.3. So he's around 2.3 off the lap time of Priz, which you're always going to find, especially in Tier 4. The driver's pace difference is going to probably be the biggest across all of the tiers because there's nowhere you can go below Tier 4. So you're going to get slower drivers and you're going to get quicker of the slower drivers. As we know, Tier 3's pole time was 27.3, which was ridiculous. It should have been about a 28, and then you would look around about a 128.5 at max, all the way down to a 129, all the way further down to wherever you might go. As you can see, Kevin Gamer is through to the line, a 130.3 for the Williams, so it's all a bit all over the place. But Kevin Gamer, my goodness, has been showing up. He showed up in Australia, and he's already setting decent lap times here in Bahrain.
I've just made a fantastic discovery. I can use the 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 0 key on my keyboard to change drivers.
You can. I love that's the best thing about it is that you don't have to flick through them. You can just press it, but it only goes up to 10. You can press 1 and 0 for 10, but then you can't do anything below that.
Oh, you can. Oh, you have to press them both at the same time. Apologies, everyone. I'm fapping around.
So yeah, you have to press 1-0 dead quick for 10, and then but it doesn't work for anything down past 10. So it's really good for switching between the top 10 really quickly.
As Pritzi
Prince is out.
retired into the
Oh, Prince has
pits.
set a lap and then decided to retire in Q1. That is it, done.
As well, if you want to take us away with Oliver James, the man that used to race Tier 3 and then disappeared.
Yeah, so Oliver James coming through Sector 2. The V-Carb driver is back on track. It's great to see Oliver back on track. He's been through an incredible life journey, and this is his safe space, and this is where he comes to enjoy racing and to be part of a community and a part of a team and make friends, and Oliver James is the definition of that. He showed up here in Bahrain exactly a year ago today on the 11th of January. It did not go to plan. He was in the steward's room quite frequently after that race. Didn't have the best of races. He's took some time out. He's come back. He's returning here in Bahrain, and he's going to set his first lap back, and he goes P7 with a 1:31.4. But yeah, great to see Oliver James back on
A
track.
giant stick sneaks up into P3 as Tick Julius goes into P2 as well in the Williams and the Red Bull. As Shining Swarm 19. Oh, there's a bit of a car off track there. I think that was the Haas of Jenith right behind him as we got the DRS wide open now. Burning the battery. He's getting a nice faint little toe from the Aston Martin ahead of him. Hopefully he doesn't get any dirty air that could potentially offset his lap and cause a bit of an issue for him. As through the long corner, it just feels so long, doesn't it, Nathan, through this type of corner?
It does. I'm actually surprised. Sorry, just going back to what you said previously. I'm surprised to see Jeneth in Tier 4. But as we're riding on board, was it Shining Swan we were on board with? Going down, yeah, towards turn 14 and 15. So the driver from Macau is going to be next to the line. And it's going to be quick. It's a 1:30.1. It's up to P5. But yeah, as I was saying about Jennifer Lee, I'm really surprised. His lap times that he submitted didn't show that he was Tier 4. It showed that he was probably Tier 3. He was, you know, he said, I think I'm Tier 4. He was given a chance by the league directors. He showed up in Australia and he was rapid. We know from the times that when he used to race with Charlie Reno as teammates in Tier 2, and he was right at the top of Tier 2 as well. We know he's a very quick driver. Surprised to see him in Tier 4, but I can probably see him improving quite significantly as the season progresses. So watch out for Jennifer Lee.
Just to add on there, Sean went into turn 1 and he ran a bit wide, went off tracks ever so slightly, and it had invalidated his lap. We might be seeing a lot of that in the race with people sending it down the inside. As to Puppy 86 on a lap now, going into turn 4 we go. DRS wide open, braking zone again. Can he get on that? He stays away from the curb. As burns the battery straight into turn 5. Here we go. Into 6 now. Very, very lenient there. Very hesitant on the throttle. Not enough confidence, I don't think, in the car, or maybe the setup. I know a lot of drivers do test their setups with a lot of practice. As we head down into the Fernando Alonso corner where he dived it on. And he's locked up. Bobby has locked up. And that might be his lap bit ruined. As OGK Swiss is actually on a lap. 4/10 up on his lap. Going through the final corner with the white Red Bull livery from Japan in 2025. As he goes P9.
Yeah, only 2 drivers will be eliminated here in Q1. 9 minutes to go at the moment. That is Salut and Tupapi that will be going out, but they are both yet to set lap times, same as MSCF1 Cinders and Jean. MSCF1 Cinders is just starting a lap now in the Alpine, so he will be the next driver to get a lap on the board. Julius is retired as well, so he's also going to save his tyres in that pit lane. But we ride on board with Cinders as we come through turn 2 and 3, just riding the apex. DRS enabled, that rear wing is back wide open as we go towards turn 4. You can slam on the brakes in towards turn 4, but you've got to hold on to that F1 carry. It is very tricky, very easy to lose the rears, especially around this circuit, as we're coming now through the S's and down towards turn 8 at the hairpin. The right-hander takes a wider line and then just sort of cuts in with that, and you can see the tyre marks on the circuit where other drivers have begun to spin out. And look at the tyres on the floor here as we head in towards turn 10, and then that DRS will kick in once again. The rear wing wide open, and that use of the battery as we head in towards turn 11. Around, just hugging the apex, a little bit wide to the outside, but not too bad here from MSCF1 Cinders. His teammate is not here today. He's been called out to an event, so it is Salut that will take his place. Around turn 13, back onto the throttle, just managing that battery really, really well as we head just slightly downhill. Elevation is pretty much flat around here, but you do get a little bit of sneaky bumps here and there that just sort of catch you out of the final corner at turn 15, down towards the start-finish line here in Q1 with 7 minutes to go, and it's P10 for Cinders.
It's now Sean coming around the final corner, very fast there, very confident as well with the front end, being able to just swish it straight through. And across the line, in his set, 29, it drops him up straight to P4 as Salut is about to come across the line, goes P5.
Yeah, great lap that for Solo. Sean as well in the McLaren up to P4. This is looking really competitive. The Saubers are not safe here. Oliver James and Honda VTEC are back out on track as well. And then Tapapi is into the pit lane. So still a lot of competition out there, Jon.
There is. There's always going to be competition that we can always see. And I want to mention last season, of the past few, from season 10, Oliver James got a bit wide there, dragging that car around every corner. From season 10 to now, I would say, in personally my opinion, so far the best improved driver that we've seen from when he first joined, I think it was near the end of season 9, is Kevin Gamer. Used to be, what was it, consistently at the back, but now look at him. We've put him in this tier. He's now able to fight. He's in P9. He's doing really as well as near the end of tier 3 last season. He was able to fight a bit more. He got a lot better. The improvements he was making was very good.
Sorry, one of the drivers is just trying to get in, and I told him to add my account and not the Formula 7 account like an idiot. Right,
It's through turn 2 we go now. Oliver James dragging the car straight through. Got a bit safe there through turn 3. A bit cautious. Stayed away from the apex and the curb. I feel like Oliver might not be comfortable on the curbs here, Nathan. He's staying away from them quite a lot.
Yeah, I think he's just going to be a little bit rusty, isn't he? And he's going to start getting the feel for it again. So yeah, definitely interesting. Keep our eyes
Ooh,
on Oliver. Wow, he had a huge snap there, didn't he?
did. Again, you just can't get the rear rotation through the corners and then keep the stability of the car. And then on the corner exit, just looks like the rear really wants to let go. It's through the third DRS straight now, sorry. Oliver James again. Is he confident enough? Is he going to full send it through here? Gets on the curb, bounces quite a bit of an offset for him. As he lost a bit of speed right over. He cuts a bit of the track to get a bit more time. But it might have lost him a little bit of traction there because the track is a bit dirty. As that's a purple sector 2 there. He's 1 second up on his time right now. As he goes down the back straight, burning the battery like every driver does. This is where you can gain the most if you use all that battery pack right away. Oliver, get on the curb again. Bit of an input there, I would say, that he had with the wheel as he goes P9. This 1.2 improvement.
Yeah, good lap. And now you've got both Saubers out on track. You've got Vicious Vicar, the father, just in front of the son of Mad Riot, but they are going through the circuit together. And the Saubers will know they have to improve, but they've got the pace to improve. Both Saubers, we know how good they are. Maggi's a former world champion. Vicious Vicar was incredible come the end of last season. So surprised to see them down in 14th and 15th, and I'm sure we'll see some sort of gains from the green machines before the end of this qualifying session.
There's a few yellow flags on track. That's I'm colorblind. Is that a V carb?
Is that?
Just going through sector 1 now into sector 2. That is a V carb, I
Yeah,
think.
it is.
As Matt Wright and Vicious Vicar currently holding hands going through a park, doing quite well. Vicious Vicar, 4 temps up, purple
Yeah,
sector
this is
2.
good.
Very confident. Same with Mad Riot back there, because he just went straight through that corner. Looked like he was really confident, had a lot of grip and a lot of traction in the car. As through the final through the final corner we go now, across the line, Vicious Vicar goes P7 as we go straight to Mad Riot, who goes P3.
Great lap from Mad Riot. Both the Saubers have turned up now. They've turned up the heat, knocked it into second gear. OGK Swiss is coming through sector 1 in the Red Bull. Honda VTEC is just in front of him, and Tapapi is just in front of them. So you've got all 3 drivers that are battling elimination here in Q1, all out on track, giving it their all now.
I think OJK Swiss might have backed off on his lap. Might have got a bit dirty air for the corner beforehand. And he has, I think, yes, he has backed off his lap. He's recharged the battery pack up. As Puppy 86 got a bit wide there through the second to last corner. As he heads down the straight, burning the battery all the way down. I think he's in a harvest mode again now. He's used up all the ERS for the lap. As far through across the line he goes now. He goes P17, not an improvement, not enough. But Honda VTEC 94, 10th down from the looks of it on his time. Bit of a snap there, bit of a correction on the mid-exit of the corner. As he now goes P16, stays where he is, as Cinder's off track here, letting everyone going into turn 1 fast. OJK Swiss retiring into the pit. As Oliver James is put it in the wall. Oliver James is in the wall.
I don't understand why Oliver James is still out on track. Oh, did he do another cool down lap and then went again?
I think
He probably is safe. You've got OGK Swiss in the pit lane. He's on the brink. You've got Cinders on an out lap. Honda VTEC is done another lap but didn't improve. Tapapi did another lap and didn't improve. And the other driver that's just joined, Manzifa, has just joined, and he's not going to be able to get a lap in on time, but he will be for the race. So at the moment, it doesn't look like anybody else is going to be able to set a decent lap unless Honda VTEC can get round and get back out for another lap, which I don't think is feasible here. So it looks like Cinders and K-Swiss will be safe.
that will be. But Oliver James accidentally placing it into the wall. That's going to knock some confidence for the next qualifying session, I reckon. Wow.
Yes, definitely.
Overshot the corner. I think the curb just lit up the rears a bit too much, and then that just caused a bit of oversteer and made him drop the car.
So Manzifa is going to be in for the race. Unfortunately, didn't get it quick enough to set a lap, but he will be there for the race. 18 drivers on the grid here in Tier 4, and it looks really competitive. If you're looking at the drivers' times, yes, we know they're quite spread out, but that's what you'll get from the bottom tier. But these drivers, don't get me wrong, we are going to have one hell of a race when we get started. Into Q2, 15 drivers. Manzifa, Tapapi, and Honda VTEC are all out. Cinders and K-Swiss are safe. Go on.
Yeah, Kevin Gamer, when he went through turn 1, absolutely tanked the curb and did not have any reaction. The car didn't react badly. It actually looked like it improved it when he first did turn 1 the first time he had saw it on the minimap. He come out the corner quite slow. This time he come out really quick. As Kevin Gamer through the Fernando Alonso corner again now. Bit of a oversteer, I reckon, there. Just a lot of wheel corrections.
Yeah, I'm not sure Cinders has to waste his soft compound tyres here, Jon. I'm surprised to see him still going.
Massive lockup from Cinders as well. See, sadly, I don't have the smoke on for lockups on at the moment. But I reckon I could turn it on when we change into Q2, so we can see if someone does lock up. I think that would sound good, wouldn't you agree, Nathan?
Sorry, mate. Did you say? Sorry, mate. I was as you're talking, I'm always trying to look at stuff and update stuff, like because I'm trying.
Don't worry, I know. I'm absolutely jarring. Don't worry.
Apologies. Cinders will come down towards the line. He's going to be into the 130s. It's a 130.3. I think he did improve there actually. Yeah, by 4 tenths as he got to the line. So he would have been safe anyway. He would have been safe, but he just wanted to put a marker down. So yes, Priz is the fastest in Q1. The German driver on top once again. If you want to take us through it, Jon, I will update the stats.
So, P1 is Pritzi. P2 in qualifying 1 is Julius. P3, Giant Stick. Madaraya. P4, Sean. P5, Salah. P6, I haven't seen him this high before. P7 is Gillen. P8 is Jeneth. P9, Vicious Vigor. P10, Shing Swarm. Kevin. P11, P12, Oliver James. P13, Doug. Cinders. P14, 15 is OJ Swift. Honda is out, Tapapi is out, and Manzifa is out, which are P16, 17, and 18.
I just need to add Manzifa to the drivers.
I just had a bit of a slow moment. I thought I saw Jake in Tier 4 chat then.
Yay. I cannot remember who was in that Mercedes then. Who went out in P16 in that Mercedes?
Just
you remember it was?
Settings so we can see. P16 was Honda VTEC.
That's it. Thank you very much. Honda VTEC. Brilliant. Right, that's it for Q1. On to Q2.
Well, I've just changed the
Look at
graphics
that
settings
goat,
as well.
the goat in the Twitch chat. That is a goat emoji.
I was going to say it's that banana then. I thought I might get banned if I do that.
Yeah. What a compliment. Name a better relation than Oliver James and the Barriers. There isn't one. The guy loves them. Yes. No, 15 drivers head through. Oliver James is one of them drivers in the Racing Bull. We've got the McLaren, Sauber and Ferrari out on track. Priz is not messing about. He was fastest in Q1 and now he's back out on track to give it his all once again. And he is doing something that you are not allowed to do. Priz, just be careful, mate. He is just driving. He's just not driving around the track. He's just driving right over it to avoid using tyre wear, which is, well, yeah, he's doing it consistently as well. Just be careful, Priz. He's literally not taking any corners that he doesn't need to take.
Don might see this, Priz. Be careful.
Yeah, be careful, Priz. It's against the rules to cut the track even on in laps and out laps per the rules. So just be careful, mate.
I've watched turn 4. The final few corners be completely cut in a sec.
yeah, I think he heard.
He overtook the McLaren. Oh, I did not see that.
So yeah, he just wants to try and avoid the wear on these tyres, which I understand, because I'm guessing into his strategy for the race, he's going to need them. So down towards turn 1 for the Scuderia. He was quickest in Q1. He wants to get out and get back in.
Got us to the grass on the very left there, as he went into the braking zone.
Wow, yeah.
I don't think it affected him much.
No, it didn't look like it affected him, Jorn. He looks. You can see the racing line that he's taking. He's right over to the left hand side. This it looks like a really competitive lap, like a real racing lines that he's taking.
We've got a potential esports driver amongst this. As into the Fernando Alonso corner, he goes now. Didn't lock up this time. He did have a little bit of lock up last time. Managed to get the car straight as well, power down. DRS was immediately open, which you'd think that caused a bit of oversteer due to the lack of a rear downforce. It didn't.
Yeah, this is a really neat lap from Priz here, and I think it's an absolute banker into Q3 here for Priz. We know he's got the pace in Tier 4. He's potentially on the slower end of Tier 3, so he should be right up there. He's probably consistently top half of Tier 4, and he's doing a splendid job here in Bahrain. He's going to come down to the line. It's a 1:29.6, not as quick as Q1 actually. Mad Riot a 1:29.9, only 3 tenths off the pace of the Ferrari. Shane MCW will be next in the Papaya McLaren. Here he comes to the line. It's going to be in the 1:29s as well, and it's fastest in Q2, a 1:29.643. But for how long? Because there is drivers queuing up, and Oliver James is going to be next.
Straight across the line, Oliver James, and I believe the Salah, was that Salah who crossed the line? That was Kevin. And I think Salah just started a lap, I believe. Yes, he did. As he goes through turn 1, bit of a correction instantly. As through turn 3, stays away from the apex and the curb. As he's got the DRS wide open, the McLaren pulls to the left-hand side of him, so he's passed. As Salah grabs the apex ever so neatly there. As Gullin 12 goes fastest by 4 tenths. I would assume that is a fresh set of softs there, Nate.
Yeah, it's gotta be, and they're probably not wanting to waste the tyres. They're just getting out, getting a lap on them soft compounds, getting back in, and just leaving it at that. Because you're going to need, the tyres fall off so quickly around here. They're going to need everything they can get in the race.
As Salah now through left-hander, draggy one. You have to make your hand go to the left for a little bit and then straight to the right. Might cause a bit of a strain if you're on a wheel. As Salah right away through turn 14, I think it is. I believe Bahrain has 16 turns, right?
15, isn't it? I think.
It's fine. We'll just add an extra one.
Yeah,
you're one corner.
I thought this corner that he's going through now is 14 and 15 both together, but I might be wrong. So look, he's coming down towards the start-finish line. It's going to be in the 130s or 130.9. That is not as quick as he showed in Australia. In Australia, he was absolutely rapid.
Currently, the
But he's
Williams
not
getting a
the same
massive
here in
toe.
Bahrain.
With it very close between the Williams and the Red Bull there. Sorry to kick you off there, Nathan. That was very
Oh,
close.
you're all right.
Wow, it was a bit dangerous for the
That
Red
was
Bull.
close, Luke. Jan, what is going on there between the drivers? They were both on laps as well.
As Julius goes P2, I don't know about the Red Bull. I don't think they were on a proper lap.
So it was the Williams, that was on a lap of Julius.
Wow, Julius, I think he had a bit of a scare.
Yeah, still got P2. Jay Gullen is P1 in the Aston Martin. So you got Jay Gullen to Julius to Jennifer.
OG Swiss. I think he's just finished a lap.
K Swiss. They used to be a maker of shoes.
Did you own a pair?
Do you remember K Swiss?
No, I think I'm too young for that.
Oh, you don't remember K Swiss? Oh my God, they were the trainer when I was growing up.
How old do you think I am?
Everybody used to roll around in K Swiss trainers when I was like 12, 13. You used to be buzzing if you got a new pair of K Swiss. But yeah, it's spelled exactly the same as his name, K Swiss.
How old are you, Dave? If you don't mind me asking real quick. Let me just do the math. 12. So I'm gonna assume you're like 32. I would have
2003, something like that.
Yeah, I wasn't even an embryo at that point, mate.
Yeah, K Swiss were the ones, white trainers with the stripes. The K Swiss, yeah, they were. Yeah, let's go K Swiss. 7.5 minutes to go here in Q2.
If I keep stuttering on his name, I'm gonna start calling him Shoebrand.
Yes, Sean knows. Yeah, it was. If I remember rightly, it used to have a little logo, like a little field armor emblem with like red on it and stuff. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say a sniper then.
No. So K Swiss did not set a lap. He is back into the pit lane on them soft compound tyres in that beautiful white livery of that Red Bull, the same as a giant stick. He is in the same livery as well. I do like that white Honda with that red on it. The two teammates doing really, really well here. And they're both on outlaps. Priz is now on another lap. He was trying to save his tyres, but he's having to do 2 runs in the end because the 1:29.6, he's a little bit worried about it. And I would be as well if any of the drivers were able to get a little bit more out of their car. He's run a little bit wide there, Priz. He will not be happy with this in Q1. Yeah, he's nearly a 10th down on his lap time, and you could tell he lost all of the time in turn 4. He's now down in towards turn 8, and then he comes slightly uphill around turn 9 and then in towards 10. Just before that DRS kicks in, you can see the timer just booting its way down, and then the DRS kicks in. He'll burn that battery just to build up to speed as we go down the straight towards turn 11 at the left-hand. He'll move over to the right, he'll use the curb, and then he'll nose dive into that chicane. You can see the tyres on the circuit where other drivers have lost it around the long right-hander. Don't ride too much of that curb because you'll end up in the barriers around turn 12, down through 13. And then towards the final 2 corners, you can see he's low on fuel because he is pushing. This is his absolute best lap that he's going to offer us here in Q2. And if it isn't quicker, he might have to go again, or he's going to have to compromise the tyres down towards the line. It is going to be an improvement. It's a 1:29.0 once again, and it is fastest in Q2.
As Kevin, 2 times up on his lap time now. It was a very impressive lap. I accidentally unplugged my microphone, so to plug that back in.
Yeah, fantastic lap there from the German driver of Prozitzi.
Don't worry, if we'll get to lights out, it'll be lights out and away we.
yeah, just cut off dead right in the middle of it. A giant stick is 2.5 tenths up. That is going to put him around Mad Riot's time at the moment, and he's still got sectors 2 and 3 to go.
As Kevin straight flats on the floor, he goes P9, stays where he is with 3/10 improvement.
Kevin Gamer, I'm absolutely loving Kevin Gamer this season. He is right there. I've been waiting for this moment because when you're a young driver like Kevin and you join a league at 12, 13 years old, and you're still learning the game, you're still learning how to drive, and really slow and you're right at the back every race. He has been persistent with it. He's turned up every week. He's just cracked on. Sometimes he'd have been 2 laps behind. But this season, he's just found it. He's growing up, he's maturing, he's learning to race, and he's getting better and better with every round that we progress through. And now he's up to P9, and he's on the verge of getting into Q3. This is unbelievable. It is, Tristan. And Giant Stick has just gone fastest in Q2, Jon, a 1:29.006.
Right, I've plugged it in correctly now. I've plugged it in correctly.
Yeah.
Right, it should not have any more issues. My apologies.
Jay Cullen's only 13 as well, wow.
There's a
Yeah, I
shining
like when young
storm on a
kids
lap.
come through and they start to get better and better. It's a great thing to see. It really is.
See, I remember, speaking about the micro disconnection, I remember last season on the PlayStation, it was Tio Tarlin's race. I had to join a bit late to commentate, and then it was lights out. It was about, I think, midway through turn 1, and I said, hello everyone, welcome, it's lights out, and away we go, because I was having microphone issues. The Shining Swords done a beautiful lap so far through the final corner, and he goes E11. There he is with a.
Oh, he lost it all.
Through.
He was like 2 tenths up, and he ended up being 3 tenths down when he hit the line. That might have just knocked him out. He's got to do something here, Shining Swan. He's still burning his battery. He's going for another lap with no battery because he's got no option now, because I don't know if he's got enough to get in and get out, or he's trying to rush around to get back into the pit lane to get back out, because the Macau driver could see his qualifying end right here in Q2. K-Swiss is nearly half a second up. He's gone purple sector 2. So K-Swiss is massively improving in that Red Bull. He's currently in P12. And then you've got Doug and then Salut and Cinders. Cinders still in the pit lane, but it's all on K-Swiss. And he's going to put his foot down right here. And it's P7 for K-Swiss.
Really impressive. It's very close. If you look from P7 all the way down, it's so close. It's about a 10, let's say 2-3 tenth gap between each other.
It really is, yeah.
We haven't had the last time it was this close was the middle of tier 3 in season X.
Mad Riot, get him up to tier 2. Get him up to tier 3.
He's took the sandbags out of the car.
1:28.8 for Mad Riot.
A Giant Stick is actually up on his time right now. I don't know if he went into the pits. I didn't see him go into the pits. I think he's just on the same set of tyres. He is. And he's still pushing. He's not got a lot of fuel left. But he's half a tenth up in his lap so far. He's ran a bit wide. Shining Swarm tyres into the pit lane. It's through the long left-hander we go. Into the right-hander. Down on the back straight again. He's not got a lot of battery. He stops burning the battery. He's going to start derating pretty soon. As into the final quarter, just a point, 1 decimal of a lap of fuel left. It's about to go non. He's into low fuel mode now. He's losing speed, but can he improve? He sets the same lap. Wow, that was very impressive from him. He managed to set the same lap time. As Julius now on a lap as well. As we've got a few drivers actually at the back here. Salut goes P7 with his lap in the Alpine. As the Red Bull driver of who's this? That is Swiss Boxes. As Kevin Gamer coming around now to do his final run of qualifying. Same with Cinders, and the Kick Sauber of the Mad Riot goes into the pits. As Oliver James currently absolutely ragging that car around, 3 tenths up. He's a bit worried he's going to get knocked out in Q2 here, not making it to Q3.
So this is interesting. Shining Swarm is out. Oliver James is going to be next. It's Vicious Vicar on the brink of elimination here in Q2. The Red Bull has run out of battery to the line. He's not going to improve. So it is Doug and Cinders. The checkered flag has waved. Kevin Gamer is back out on a lap. Doug has invalidated it. He is out. MSCF1 Cinders will be next, but it will be Kevin Gamer just before the Alpine. Keep our eyes on the Williams. Can he get in to Q3? This would be unbelievable if Kevin Gamer was able to get through in this Williams car as we head down towards turn 11, around the left-hander. Is he up or down? He's rolled the curb. That would have cost him. Surely now it is all over. He was on the brink of something special here, Kevin Gamer. Yes, he's a second down. So it's all on Cinders. MSCF1 Cinders or Vicious Vicar. Who will it be? Will it be the green? Will it be the pink of the Alpine? Down towards turn 14 we go. He's going to get no help from his teammate who's already through. Salut has gone off into the distance. So it's all on you, Cinders. To the line. This is it. He's riding the grass. He's going to lose time. He's not through. Vicious Vicar is safe.
Wow, what an unbelievable end to the qualifying there. Shame for Kevin and Oliver and Doug, especially Cinders as well. He was looking rapid through the sector 3.
Yes, you are right, Jon. Wow, that was a thrilling end to Q2 there. You just did not know who was going to progress and who was going to go out, but both Saubers make it through. And I think they're the only teammates to make it through, actually, looking at it. Sauber, Red Bull, Ferrari, Aston Williams, Haas, Alpine, and both the Red Bulls have made it through as well, yeah. So 2 Saubers and 2 Red Bulls.
Kick Sauber redemption from the past few seasons. Kick Sauber has been very dominant in F7. But as we head to Q3, who are the ones to beat?
So close. It's so close. I expect to see 3 or 4 maybe get into the 128s, but that's about it. You can see how a 127.3 in Tier 3 is extremely quick in comparison. But looking at Tier 4 being in the 128.8s, yes, you would expect the Tier 3 to be about a second above that, about 127.8 roughly.
As now Mad Right leads us into Q3. Giant Stick as well, following very closely behind, just a tenth behind one another. As Pritzi as well, P3 extremely close, just a hundredth off, 200ths off Giant Stick there. It's Gullen 3 tenths off Mad Right, which puts him P4, P5 Julius with a 29.5. Jenith in P6, Salet P7, P8 Sean, P9 is K Swift, P10 Vicious Vicar, P11 is Oliver James, who's right in qualifying. Kevin Gamer, Shining Swarm, 19. Doug Al and MSCF, 1 Cinders in P15.
Yeah, good session, that. Really good session. And we move on to the business end of qualifying here in Tier 4. And 12 final minutes. And then we will go racing.
I can smell a lovely Sunday roast cooking downstairs. Oh,
They love a Sunday roast.
I beg my mum and dad not let it be done before the end of this race.
Yeah. I love a Sunday roast with loads of mint sauce on it.
Alright, my mother loves mint sauce. I don't understand it. It don't taste very nice.
Oh, love it. You'll grow into it, don't worry.
It's weird because they use the same stuff for mince pies, don't they?
I don't know. I don't know. I thought that was mint meat, not mint sauce.
No, I'm pretty sure they use a bit of the stuff from that they use to make the sauce with it into the gel for the mince pie.
You know what? I've never eaten a mince pie, so
I mean,
I actually wouldn't. No.
Alright, drop me your address. I'll send you some mince pies, mate. They might come a bit mouldy because you know the Royal Mail, but it's fine.
Yeah. If you send them with every, they'll be in your back garden.
Oh no, they'll be from your window.
Launching over your fence. Yeah. So all the drivers back out on track, and one of them straight away is Mad Riot. What's going on beyond the King? How we doing?
Oh.
So the Sauber of Mad Riot is back out on track. He was the fastest driver in Q2, starting to turn up the heat a little bit now. And I wonder if he can keep that pole position. We shall see. It's really, really competitive here in Tier 4.
He's letting Pritzi pass.
Yeah, he's let the Ferrari go. Maybe he's going to tag along on the back of him.
Maybe.
Yeah, interesting.
I will leave us on board with Pritzy for the time being. I'm going to go, I will be 2 seconds.
No problem. So we are on board with Priz as he comes down towards turn 14 and 15. Here in Bahrain, under the lights. And then towards the start-finish line, and he's just burning that battery. And you can see that Sauber just tagging on the back of him, maybe trying to get a little cheeky slipstream for his lap. In towards turn 1 for the German driver, and he just rides the apex. That was quite smooth through there. Around turn 2 and 3, pretty much got that spot on. A little adjustment would have been nice, but still very clean as we get up towards turn 4. Yeah, look at that. So smooth through there, using the outside curb. And a really good racing line, this from Priz. He knows exactly where he wants to go. He knows where the improvements are on track, where the couple of attempts are that he can gain. And he is putting the car into all of the right positions as we head in towards turn 10. Yeah, you can see how he dives out wide and then he moves into the left. This is going to be a really quick lap, this from Priz in the Ferrari. That DRS kicks in, that rear wing is wide open as we go down in towards turn 11 at the long left-hander into the long right-hander under the billboards that do say Formula 7 racing on them, but unfortunately I'm not streaming, so you won't see it. You'll just see crypto.com around turn 13 and then down the straight again, which doesn't have DRS, so he'll just burn a lot of that battery to make up for the lack of the open rear wing. In towards turn 14 and at 15, he's run really wide there and he's going to have to carry it, and that was a bit cheeky, that was a bit naughty. And to the line, it's a 1:28.6. It's a brilliant lap. And Mad Riot a 1:29.6, a second slower. Julius a 1:28.8. Mad Riot is 8 tenths off his own quickest time though. So really close as we come down towards the line. We've got the Haas as well of Jennifer Lee. He goes P5 at 1:29.7. Then the Alpine of Salut starts his lap. The Sauber of Vicious Vicar will be next. Vicious Vicar to the line, goes P3 at 1:29.4. They're all picking up the pace. Case Swiss at 1:29.7 goes P7. So now we've got Sean, the Aston Martin of Jay Gullen, starting his lap. So Sean in the McLaren will be next.
Sorry about that, I'm back.
All right, mate.
Oh.
Oh, Ginaldi, that was great, mate. I really enjoyed that. It was such a nice beer and a great view.
Where was my invite?
Yeah, well, Ginaldi flew over from the Netherlands and he went to see a few people, and the last stop was Manchester, and I picked him up from Manchester. And picked him up from Manchester train station. We went for a beer right on the top of this hill somewhere in this mountain, in this pub. We had a couple of beers, and then I dropped him off at Manchester Airport to get the train back to the Netherlands. It was great seeing him. Really, really nice seeing him.
I don't see much Ginaldi in the Discord chats anymore, do we?
No, he's a busy man now, Ginaldi, and he's a man in demand, which was always expected. But what a lap from Priz, by the way. Julius in P2. There was something I wanted to pick up on there, but I can't remember what it was now.
Was it Sean's lap as he went up to P6?
Oh, sorry, yeah, it was Priz. Yeah, Priz's lap when he came up towards the line. He run really wide at turn 15, stayed off the track for about 2 or 3 seconds, and then slowly came on to avoid invalidation, and that has put him on pole position. So yeah, definitely a tough one. That
Stewards might be looking into that.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it, but yeah, the stewards will probably be looking at that if I'm being honest, which is a real shame because it was a cracking lap from Priz. Julius in at the Williams is back out on track, so is Jay Gullen in the Aston Martin. Sean is into P7 and Salut is down in P10.
Launched into P3, by the way. He was in P10 and launched straight up to P3.
Yeah, brilliant lap from Jay Gullen.
There we go. That looks a lot better now for the stream. My apologies. I had my settings all the way down. I forgot to actually turn some of them up. It's a bit more brighter and vibrant for you all.
Yeah. Oh, and that's Julius and Jay Gullen are not on laps, but look, he was on a lap, but he's half a second down, so he'll probably end up coming back into the pit lane for the Alpine driver. Yep, and they will all get ready with 5 minutes to go for their final runs. Do you think anybody will get close to the time of the Ferrari?
I reckon I reckon Mad Riot and potentially Vicious Vicar could get extremely close. Mad Riot's been very consistent so far throughout the qualifying sessions. He's been right up there. He knows what he's doing. He knows where the grip is as well.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. When you're watching his lap, you can tell he knows. Right. Yeah. So, all of the drivers in the pit lane or on their way out of the pit lane. One being Mad Riot, Jennifer, and Kay Swift. But it will be Mad Riot that looks like he's going to be the first of the final runners in that Sauber. So keep our eyes peeled on the former world champion of Mad Riot as he takes us around Bahrain, around turn 13 and down towards turn 14 here at the Bahrain International Circuit in Sakir. So around turn 14 and 15 on them fresh soft compound tyres, he will burn that battery on board with the former Tier 3 world champion as we head in towards turn 1. And yeah, he just lets go of that battery right at the end. He's not left much on the table there. Around turn 1 and 2 we go. Yeah, really neat through there for Mad Riot. DRS enabled once again and just picking up that battery charge in towards turn 4. Julius, a 128.2. Where has that come from? From the Williams driver. Wow, what a lap. But Mad Riot is nearly 3 tenths up just through sector 1. This is heating up. We know Mad Riot has already set a 128.8, so we know he can be there and thereabouts. Let's see what he can do as he progresses through this lap down towards turn 10 at the left-hander, right to the apex. I tell you, he is putting all of this together because this is a really clean lap from Mad Riot as we head down towards turn 11 on board with the Sauber, Jon.
Yes, I am on board with the Sauber. It's very impressive. He's managed to grab the apexes so well and not have any understeer for any of the corners that we've seen most of the drivers actually have. And he's got purple sector 2. He's 9 tenths up currently on those fresh soft compound tyres as he heads down
This
the back
is
straight.
unbelievable. He's going to be in the 128.7s, and that is if he doesn't carry on improving. This is a brilliant lap from the Tier 3 world champion. He's not run wide as Priz did, and it's going to be down to the line we go. It's a 128.6. It's P3, and he had run a little bit wide like the Ferrari. He'd have potentially been in front of him, but the Ferrari is improving his lap time. Julius, a 128.2, is incredible. You've got the Aston Martin as well of Jay Gullen on his way back out to set a lap time, but we've got a driver behind him of Julius. He's on his way into the pits. I'm not sure he's going to go for another lap.
He's half a tenth up on his lap through sector 2 so far. As he heads into sector 3 now, he's a tenth up. I don't think he's going to improve massively here to try and catch Julius. Is he's giving everything?
Yeah,
he's
you're
giving
right.
all he's got.
I'm hoping that he gets a faster lap in without running wide, because then it wouldn't have mattered. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, there we go. So if he does improve here, it won't really matter about the lap that he didn't improve on. Yeah, he did a 128.3. What a lap. And the Red Bull of a giant stick will be next. This is going to be quick. A 128.7
Wow.
is P4. And then Sean is going to be next. He's 2 tenths up as well. This is going to be around Vicious Vickers' time, who's in the pit lane. He's not going to improve. There's a few drivers that aren't going to find any improvement in the end of Q3. A 129.1. Sean improves by nearly half a second, goes P6. Then you've got Salut, who's on an out lap. OGK Swiss is on the lap. And Jay Gullen as well, who's half a tenth down.
The moment, it's the track evolution of around Bahrain is very impressive, but he's a 10th up and he's got purple sector 2, Jay Gullen has. So has he managed to maybe find a bit of extra time through sector 2? And can he maybe gain a few extra attempts to try and edge out the top 5 here?
Yeah, this is going to be really close. Julius leads to Priz, to Mad Riot, to Stick, to Jay Gullen. And Jay Gullen stays P5. So he does improve, but not enough. K-Swiss has messed it up around turn 13, so he's not going to improve. It's all on Salut. No, Sean is not improving either. So yeah, I think that's it. I think it is literally all on the Alpine driver who's stepping in for Nimble today. The checkered flag has waved here in Bahrain for Tier 4 here in Q3, the end of qualifying. It's been drama from start to finish. It's been so competitive, so close. It's an incredible tier to watch. Here comes Salute down towards turn 11 on the left-hander. He's shown incredible speed around Australia when we went down under to Melbourne last week. He's not feeling the same here, Salute, but he is still 6 tenths up. This is going to put him around Sean MC's time in the McLaren. Can he find any improvement through sector 3? Down the straight towards turn 14 and 15. The blue and pink of the Alpine. That was not a good entrance to the final chicane, but he's still going to improve. The Romanian driver to the line goes P5.
Mentioned as well on the back straight as he went through the second to last corner, he had 60% as well left of his battery. So he was conserving it all for the back straight where he knew he was running out of ERS on potentially any other laps he was doing. So he found his solution and he improved on it massively.
Well spotted there, Jon. Well spotted. Yeah, what a lap. Julius takes pole position by a tenth of a second. Well, around 2/10 of a second to Priz in the Ferrari. And then Mad Riot on the second row of the grid in P3. And his teammate on the fourth row of the grid in P8.
Oh, the title of the stream says Tier 2, by the way.
It's got the same title as what Ben set in Tier 2. I will change that now.
As now in P1, starting on pole position is the Mexican of Julius with the 128.2. Pritzi in P2, the German, tracing down that to Williams, Mad Right in the kick Sauber. P3, just 4 tenths off. It's going to be a very close start as the American of Giant Stick, very close in P4. P5, Salat. P6, Gullen. P7 is Sean. P8 is Vicious Vicar. P9 is Jenneth. And finally is K Swiss in P10 for the Red Bull. Now we prepare for the 5 red lights. We also have formation lap, don't we, Nathan?
We do indeed. Formation lap to get us.
Finally, this game, it's usable.
Yeah. We've had a few complaints around the formation lap recently, so I'm not sure what's going on with it. Apparently, there's a problem with ghosting at the start, but I've only seen it for Tier 1 at the moment, so I'm hoping it doesn't affect us here in Tier 4.
I mean, it's the same with the race start as well. A lot of ghosting does happen at a race start, so I think the game sort of processes it as a race start, but it's not a proper start function. Could be that, but it does also cause a bit of desync sometimes. But hopefully we haven't got that today.
Hopefully not.
As I'm just trying to remember the title real quick for the lights out.
Right, I've changed the stream title.
Thank you, Nathan. My apologies for not being able to do it.
No, that's all right.
Just as a reminder as well, tonight we have Tier 1 at 7 PM, and on Wednesday we have a realistic tier as well. So be sure to join us for that later on in the night and in the week, as it is very spicy in the realistic division, isn't it, Nathan?
It is. Realistic is always a bit spicy, isn't it? It's just, especially when you get a load of drivers, you put in realistic performance, throw a load of team principles in the mix.
Very close with Vicious Vicar and Jenneth there, sorry. Very close to the formation lap.
Wow, so he could have gone back to the grid there. That was close. Yeah, when you throw realistic performance, you throw a load of team principles in the mix, then Instagram and driver signings and budgets. It takes a normal race and normal feelings, and it just hypes them up and makes them 10 times bigger than what they usually would be. So yeah, you're always going to get a lot of drama. It's like a Netflix documentary every racing realistic.
Or we throw a salad in that likes to make our Sponsor boards, something blue with a certain person's name. For
Yes,
season
yeah,
7.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. He was
Oh.
not happy about that. That's funny. He said it was only for China, but and he said, yeah, it was just a. He said it was just a little, a little appreciation to fan for this. What right in the corner where the biggest incident of the season happened. Oh god.
Obviously, we all got to do props to Salah as well for being able to make these graphics for us, and let alone the stream intro and the starting soon
Yeah,
screen
the
as well.
intros are awesome. Yeah.
So we've got two possible strategies here: a supposed 2-stop and a 3-stop. I don't think anyone would be doing that.
No, I can't see a free stop.
There's
We've seen a couple
we've
of
gone
drivers do a one
softs.
stop in tier 2, but
A few of the drivers have gone onto the soft compound of tyre.
I'm surprised to see any drivers on the softs. But yeah, you've got 3 drivers, Jenny, Honda, and Tapapi on the softs. You've got Manzifa, his debut race here in the McLaren, just turning up last minute. So great to see a debutant starting from the back of the grid and see what he can do. 18 drivers on the grid in the first 3 races today. We've had only 3 vacant seats in the whole of the 60 that's drove, so really, really good for today. And we've not had any drivers race
Poppy's
twice
been
as well. That is
disqualified for
all.
improper car placement. The same with
Oh,
Shining
go
Swarm.
Shining
But it's
Swarm.
now
Right, get
time.
us underway,
First
Jon.
time of 2026 for me commentating in F7. It's 5 red lights in Tier 4 at Bahrain Round 2. It's lights out and away we go. As Julius gets a very great start there, and Pritzy not able to get down on the power. Not a lot of traction, and everyone's squirming around at the back as Manzifa there had a bit of a squabble there with a bit of traction. Down the inside it goes Pritzy. Bit of contact, there's a car round. That's a Williams of the Alpine Salah, I believe. Has gone round, down the grid, or it's actually a fight at the top. Again, between one another. It's heading down into turn 4, side by side. As Pritzy stays ahead. If you go down the grid order now, let's have a look at what's happened. I believe someone picked up some damage there, Nathan.
Yeah, there was a little bit of damage. A great start from Priz taking over Julius. Julius and Priz did get a good start, but then he just turned as he went.
Oh, side by side with the Mad Riot and Gullen pushed off track a bit there and gone to the gravel.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit spicy, and then you've got Shining Swarm and Cinders as well. Shining Swarm going through, and now Honda VTEC on to Pappy. Manzifa's gone right into the back of the racing ball. To Pappy is onto the runoff area. I hope he don't get DSQ because he's now got to reverse to get back on track. Put Manzifa right into the back of the V-cab and send him flying off. Jay Gullen is back on the rear of Mad Riot. The Sauber driver has lost the position. He's down to P4, but it was drama at the back. Salut went into another driver. He was lagging everywhere, and it caused a little bit of carnage, but all the drivers are safely through to the end of lap 1. But you've got to feel sorry for Tapapi here, but it is Priz that leads in the Ferrari at the end of lap 1 to Julius, Giant Snip, Mad Riot, Jay Gullen, Sean, Kevin Gamer, Vicious, Vicar, Oliver James, and Kate. Switch your top 10.
Yeah, have a quick drink and a breather there, Nathan. There's Kevin Gamer defending his position. He managed to get up to P7. That's 5 places. Again, there's a bit of damage there from the Sauber, I think that was. No, it was the end plate of the McLaren of Sean. It went into the back of Mad Riot, I believe.
Yeah, now Mad Riot with the rear wing open, trying to chase back on Jay Gullen, but they've got to think of strategies here. Some drivers will be preserving their tyres, some will just be going flat out, some are on the softs, some are on the mediums. God knows what's going to happen in this race, but Jay Gullen is a second behind a giant stick, so he's not in that DRS range. Kevin Gamer is up to P7. What a race he's having on lap 2 here in Bahrain. Manzifa is only 3 tenths behind Honda VTEC, but let's focus on the top 3. Ferrari, Williams, Red Bull, Aston, Sauber, McLaren. What a top 6. All 6 different constructors, but it is Priz at 7 tenths clear at the moment.
Absolutely amazing race up from all of them there. As that is a McLaren.
Manzifa is round.
Wow. Let's just put us onto TV pod then. Very strange. There's going down the grid order again now. As we look at the back, it's very close. It's all within 3 seconds of one another. Everyone from the top 10 from P1 to P12 is within a tenth of one another.
Here comes Julius now as well, Jon. He's got the rear wing open. He's burning the battery. He wants the overtake. Into the slipstream he goes. Is he going to go for the late lunge up the inside, or is he going to be patient? He is. Mad Right is through on Jay Cullen. The Sauber, Jay Cullen goes back up the inside. Can Mad Right try the old switcheroo? Wheel to wheel. He's going to switch it back once again. He is not playing here. And Julius takes the lead in the Grand Prix down towards turn 4. The Williams and the Ferrari side by side they go.
It's going to be side by side through turn 6 here. As Manzief is retired into the pits as Julius takes the lead of the Bahrain Grand Prix.
Wow, what a Grand Prix we are watching. Salot picks up a 3-second time penalty. Julius is back into the lead. The Mexican to the German. A giant stick is in P3. Jay Cullen, Mad Riot, Sean MC, who might have damage, but we don't know. Kevin Gamer in P7. Then comes Vicious Vicar, Jennifer Lee, Oliver James, Kate Swiss. Shiny Swan on Doug. Here comes the Mercedes on the Aston Martin. They go side by side. They've both got the rear wing open, but it's a sprint race down towards turn 11. He's going to go later on the brakes, and up the inside goes the AMG Petronas driver as Doug sort of slots in up the inside of him as they go around the long right-hander. The Aston is trying to come back at the Mercedes. Who's going to come out on top? The Mercedes goes round.
Oh, there was a bit of contact as we went into the, just as the DRS closed. The front wing of Doug accidentally tapped the rear tyre of Shining Swan, and I'm shocked there was no damage from either of them there, or a bit of a spin out, apart from until we got to there, as Kevin Gamer loses the position to Vicious Vicar.
And Briz taking the lead as well. Wow, there's so much overtaking, it's great.
At the moment, it's all very close, but yet again, Julius coming right back at it again, coming for the battle, and he takes the lead of the Grand Prix before he even gets to the corner. As again, Fritzy just trying to make the move around the outside stick. Again, but it gives Julius the inside line for the next corner, which allows him, but no, Fritzy was able to get the better traction out of the corner.
Yeah, the Ferrari now back into the lead. It is back and forth between the German and the Mexican. Briz is into P1. He started in P2. Julius is in P2. He started in P1. And then Giant Stick, Honda VTEC picking up a 3-second time penalty. What a race. DRS all the way down to P15. We've got a yellow flag again, and that is to Pappy and the racing bull that is into the billboards. So he is way back after being smashed into the back from Manzifa at the start of this race. There goes Jennifer Lee on Kevin Gamer. And who thought we would have been saying that today as Jennifer Lee goes wide. Kevin Gamer goes through back into P8 for Kevin Gamer, who's made up 4 places. The Williams driver. This is phenomenal stuff.
Absolute outstanding stuff from Kev, but look at him again. He's not got the straight line speed. Look at how close Jennifer is to him. He's recharging the battery. There's
Giant Stick has taken out Julius.
Wow.
Through goes Mad Riot. The Sauber just slots through the middle of them. And a Giant Stick went into the back of Julius and took him out. Julius is now coming back. He backs out. My goodness me.
Going around the outside of Julius, trying to make the move steer. Got a bit of oversteer. Can't get the power down. And Julius is safe in P4. But now he's going to be on the charge to try and take back P1 and get this battle going again. It's now 2.3 seconds between P1 and P2.
This is fantastic. Priz is now 2.5 seconds clear. Jay Cullen, Doug and Shining Swan are going at it for round 3. Doug has got the outside line in the Aston Martin. Shining Swan in the Mercedes has to back out and settle in for P14. Remember, points go down to P15. And big up the GOAT, Alvaro Rochabas in the chat. The absolute greatest of all time. So, salute Oliver James. Oliver James in the V-cab goes down the inside with a late lunge.
Wow.
Salute reads him like a book. Oh, salute just left him flying past. It's like he was on roller skates.
And I think Oliver James returned the place, and I think Oliver James might have hit him as well to gain the place. So it was returned. He had a bit of a twitch as well through the corner. Just trying to keep it straight as long as he can. You can see the graining on the tyres beginning at slowly lap 5. You can just see how hard these drivers are pushing already so far into the race.
Yeah, and Doug is now going to make the move on Oliver James. So the Aston Martin driver on the V-cab.
Struggling the brake, so no stability on the rear end, just sort of twitch out of place just a little bit. And he goes into the pits. And
yeah, I think he's just going to get off the medium, John.
I think he got the pit lane.
Oh, Mad Right and Jay Cullen. Oh
by
my
side.
God, this is close.
Oh, bit of contact. As Mad Right's got the DRS as well. And he
Yes, the
overtakes
rear
him.
wing open for the Sauber. He's in front. Mad Riot is up to P2, and as these continue to battle, Jon, Priz is taking off.
I know. It's going to be a rewatch of last season with Tio Tarnan, the Tier 3 World Drivers Champion. As he was just let everyone was battling, it just let him just disappear.
Absolutely, but Mad Riot, who is a former world champion, is in to P2 after starting in P3. Jay Gullen up to the podiums.
Mr. Puppy's into the pits onto the medium tyres as well. Is Jennifer still going strong with those soft compound of tyres at the moment? Kevin Davis dropped down 2 places since we last looked at him.
I love it, Alvaro, yes. The wings I was using with 10 and 1, you're absolutely right. I was at the game as well, Alvaro. I was buzzing, seeing 10 goals.
As
I know it's only
Julius had a little look of a little lunge there on Jay Gullen. Trying to make a move into the final. Julius just loses the rear end again.
I can feel it in your voice, Jon. You can feel it, can't you? Especially when you see the rears go like that, you're sort of holding on yourself.
As Mad Riot makes his 2 defensive maneuvers into turn 1 and Kit stays ahead. But look how close they are again. These 2 just battling out. That's allowed him 3 attempts now, Pritzy, to get away. Just look at how close they are again. They're going to be a bit of rear ending, a bit of argy-bargy. He's going to go around the outside as Mad Riot has the inside line. And he loses a bit of traction, he loses grip, he's got to oversteer as Jay Gullen, and that's made him lose out to Mad Riot, and Mad Riot's giving him the place.
Yeah, I think Mad Riot didn't want the smoke. He's in a good position,
He's
Mad Riot.
wide.
He's not. Yeah, he has. He's not willing to risk it at this point in the race, Mad Riot. You do that on lap 27, and it's going to be a different story. You do it on lap 7, and you'll get a non-Mad Riot. But if you do it in 27, you will get a Mad Riot. So.
Mad Riot is actually on a mad one at the moment. Again, chasing down Jay Gullen.
Riot at lap 7 and a Mad Riot in lap 27. So be careful when you do that.
Again, we don't know the setups or what people are running for differential, which in this game it's proven to be quite different and massively needed to change the diff throughout the race, especially because of the dirty air on F125.
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it, when you're sat in that dirty air, especially on this game. It's completely changed the complexity of the races and strategies for the drivers. It really throws it into the air for the drivers because your tyre wear can be so much worse. And they're both going to pit. No, Mad Riot's tricked him. Yeah, Jay Gullen is into the pit lane.
Bit of a pit. It was like a pit cut from Jay Gullen though as well.
Yeah, it was a close one. So Jay Gullen into the pit lane. So is Vicious Vicar. Oliver James picked up a time penalty. Julius is now on the back of Mad Riot. Sean MC is doing a cracking job in that McLaren. Benefley and K-Swiss are trying to chase him down. We've not seen a single... Here comes Salute on the back of Doug. He is literally pushing him through turn 3. Now he's got the DRS. He's going to have to go the long way around. The Aston Martin is going to send him that way, and he's not going to give him any room, and the Aston Martin cuts him off. Oh, he's had a snap, and Salute is just seeing the door open in front of his eyes.
Bit of contact as well.
It was, and Salute, the Romanian driver, is through.
What scared me the most going through turn 4 is I just watched Salute have a bit of a jitter backwards and forwards, and I was terrified a bit of contact might occur just from that. Salute doing a bit of DRS there, DRS chicken games there.
I think he got it as well.
Because they both had the snap of oversteer, which made him lose out more. That didn't work. He was best off just allowing Doug to get DRS and then just follow him in suit. Again, look at how much he's struggling to do it. Yeah, now. Salute is really struggling. Look how much it's an 8/10 gap now between one another.
Giant stick. On Vicious Vicar. Oh, Giant stick goes wide. Vicious Vicar in the Sauber trying to look for a way through as well. He's having a little battle of his own. He sees his son. Oh, that is Julius that's gone into the pit lane now.
They're all medium tyres. Whilst Jennifer on the soft compound has finally boxed on lap 9.
Well, somebody did say to me that the softs are so underrated around here that they last just as long as the mediums. So that is interesting.
I don't know if you saw on board if you look behind Jennifer on them softs, but those rears were absolutely grained. they were done. But the fronts looked
Yeah.
really good.
Honda VTEC will be kicking himself with that, speeding into the pit lane. Sean MC came out, literally, he could have smashed into Jennifer Lee there. He was that, sorry, Giant Stick, he was that close to him. So that is close. Kevin Gamer has come out in front of Oliver James. And I don't think Oliver James had Kevin Gamer on his Christmas card list this year, but he's celebrating in front of him at the moment. And happy holidays to you, Kevin Gamer. He is through and taking off here.
Absolutely flying. Again, look at this now. 4.7 seconds for Pritzi and Julius. That contact at the start of the race, I believe it was lap 3, wasn't it? Just made them lose out so much now to win that I don't think they were able to catch it back unless we have a late safety car. Oh, as to probably get 3-second time penalty for track limit violations.
The good thing about this is, Jorn, for Priz, is that he can stay out longer than he would have wanted because he's got a 5-second gap. If I was Priz here, I would not have pitted yet. You've got a 5-second gap, so you can compromise 1 or 2 more laps. I'd have stayed out.
But OJ K-Swiss stays out.
Wait, Priz has gone from medium to medium.
So he's doing
He's
a
got
two-stop.
double medium. So he's committed to a 2-stopper. Why has he not gone hard? He was 5 seconds clear. He could have gone for an extra 2 laps and still been in the lead and gone on to hards till the end of the race.
Or
I'm really surprised that he's gone medium.
Is he going to conserve the hards and absolutely thrash the medium tyre when he goes back out on them?
Unless he's going medium softs. He's got to be. There's no way he's going hards now.
I don't know, 10 laps on the mediums. Not even Jennifer made, I believe, 10 laps on the softs. I don't think they're going to last. There's a Kenneth Gamer.
Oh,
Kenneth Gamer, 10-second time penalty.
I can't understand why Priz didn't stay out for a couple of extra laps, knowing that he had a 5-second buffer.
But look at that now, though. He's gone to P3. He's only went down 2 places.
Yeah, that's true, actually. And Shining Swan and K-Swiss have not yet pitted, but I would have done what K-Swiss and Shining Swan have done and stayed out for a couple of extra laps. I really would have. They know that Priz has got to pit again. I tell you what, if I was K-Swiss and Shining Swan now, I would stay out for as long as possible and go on to the hards, knowing that Priz has got to pit again, yeah.
I agree. It would have made sense if he, let's say, gone onto the hards. Obviously, you'd think if he boxed earlier on, let's say about lap 7, hards there, he could thrash the hards and then conserve the mediums a little bit and then thrash the mediums to the end of the race. He'd still have enough time and be able to gain on everyone else. As that is a yellow flag. That is 2 drivers.
Crouch Aston Martin, is that? Yeah, it's Doug and Kevin Gamer.
There's a OG K-Swiss. There's a 10-second time speeding into the pits.
Oh, there's so many of them unnecessary speeding into the pit lane penalties, but I don't know what's happened with Doug and Kevin Gamer, but they were both off the track at turn 11, and Kevin Gamer's going very, very slowly. Yeah, he's got both missing end plates. I don't know if Doug's got damage as well. There's drivers into the pit lane. Yes, Doug is going back into the pit lane. He's got damage. Remember, guys, points to P15, and we've seen championships won by 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 points in the 6 years we've been doing this. So every point is vital, even if it's only round 2. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. Sean MC is on the back of Vicious Vicar. Doug has retired into the pit lane. He will be fuming. He will be fuming there, Doug. Kevin Gamer picks up another 10-second and retires as well. And the 2 drivers that collided at turn 11 are out of this Grand Prix.
See, now, is Vicious Vicar on the hard tyre to try and hold up everyone behind him to allow his teammate, Mad Right, to catch back up? Because look at how close Mad Right is now all of a sudden. He's super close to everyone.
He's got to, hasn't he, Vicar? He's got to here.
And look at this, how close all 3 cars are here. Just Vicious Vicar, Sean and Julius. Look how close they are. That dirty air they're going to be getting from Giant Stick and from one another. It's going to be massive on the tyres, the early stages of how much they're going to be using them. They're going to have to try and maybe conserve if they're going to maybe try to do a 2-stopper here. Because obviously, Vicious Vicar's going to have to go to lap 15, maybe 17 here, to try and make the mediums for 12 laps work. And you've seen already, some of the drivers, they've come off the mediums early, as if they were struggling on them. As Salat makes the move on OGK Swiss, which now, it's been a bit of contact from Oliver James. As OGK Swiss boxes.
Yeah, and then you've also got Vicious Vicar still holding up Julius and Sean behind as Mad Riot starts to track them down. I'm not sure how Mad Riot has ended up behind Sean and Julius anyway. I thought he was in front of them. So yeah, that's a strange one to sort of comprehend at this moment in time. Priz is back to being 5 seconds clear.
So it turns out that Kevin was locked up and went into Douglas there, I think by mistake.
He says James brake checked him. Does he mean Josh or James or Oliver James or what?
I'm not certain.
Yeah, Vicious Vicar doing a tremendous job here. He's on the hards, he's holding up the medium runners. Here comes Julius on the inside of Vicious Vicar, and finally Julius is going to make that
Look,
move.
he's sticking the outside, the grip and the traction he's got on the hards. Very close to one another yet again.
Yeah, it is, and now Sean MC will also look for a way through. Julius is now free, but the only good thing about this is Mad Riot will not get held up the same way as the Williams and the McLaren has. Here comes Sean, he's just not got the battery, he's going to have to wait for the DRS straight, but Vicious Vicar is also going to have DRS. Julius is on the back of a giant stick who's got 3 laps older mediums than the Williams. Here he comes into the slipstream, goes Julius. This has got to be his attempt. He's got no battery left. He's working all with the rear wing open. He's going to go later on the brakes around turn 1. Can he switch it back up the inside? He's got to switch it again. He's got to switch it again. He's not. He's going to lean it to the outside, but he's not got it.
Side by side now into go down into turn 4. Is he going to be able to make it, or is that outside line? Oh, he's locked up massively, but he gets the move done and says, "See you later. That's mine. Thank you." Wow.
Yeah, great overtake from the Williams.
As Sean just picked up 5 that he is. Well, we're going off track.
Yeah, this is a great race.
Now, Mad Riot's got front wing damage from rear-ending Sean.
Oh, you're kidding.
Wow.
Mad Riot will absolutely be Mad Riot now.
Though I don't think Sean would be at fault though, because he was in the braking zone trying to make the corner. It'll be an interesting one if the stewards want to have a look at that.
Yeah, definitely. You're right about that, Jon.
So having a wonderful race here as well, by the way. Just keeping it nice, calm and steady.
Oh,
the approach you were taking last season at Austria.
He's missing a full end plate, Mad Riot. This is awful, especially when he's just pitted. He's
Jennifer's got damage as well.
Plate. Yeah, there's been a lot of damage here today.
Oh, this is where we get told we have to turn the damage down now, Nate.
Yeah. No, we did a vote, and it was like 95% voted for standard damage. Oh, that's Vicious Vicar on a giant stick, and the Sauber driver. How is Mad Riot, who started in P3, ended in P7, with his dad, who started in P9, in P4? The Saubers have swapped around, but they are still on for decent points as a pair in here.
Wow, at the moment you can just see Jennifer struggling a little bit through turn 3 there. Just lost, I think, half a tenth. Just trying to get through the corner. Yeah, Jennifer, I think, has a bit more than minor front wing damage there. There's a Mad Riot struggling as well just through that corner. Just lost 2-3 tenths maybe to Jennifer. Also, if anyone wants to join the Discord server, be sure to do !Discord in the chat and then join. If you want to race us, be sure to put your evaluation stuff into the evaluation chat, and we will assign you a division later on.
We're still yet to see a safety car in tier 4, 3 or 2 yet.
Right, Oliver, do us a favour.
Yeah.
We might see Oliver in the wall in a little bit like usual. We might have a safety car.
Oliver's on for 13 points here as it stands.
You know it's bad when you're an admin and a tier director and you don't know the points.
I'm actually guessing. I don't even know if it's 13. I'm just trying to work it out quickly in my head. 1, 2, 4.
There's a
5,
Sean that
6.
gets some moves done.
8.
A giant 6 box. He's off the mediums. He's going to be going onto the hard tyres now.
Yeah, he did 8 laps on the mediums, and now he's on for fresh hards till the end of this race.
Mad Riot onto the hards. That front wing damage, though, is going to be adding tyre wear to him. It's not going to be enjoyable for him, is it?
No. The thing is, Priz has still got a pit. Julius has still got a pit. The hard runners, I don't think will get to the end of the race, but they will go on to probably softs around lap 20. So yeah, really interesting strategies going on here. Remember, guys, if you are looking for the perfect strategy, the perfect race setup, sim racing setups, use code F7R on checkout for a 5% discount. Oliver James and Shining Swarm are using their setups to go competing against each other. And Oliver James is
There's
round.
contact.
Oh, he's crossed into him. And Oliver James is off the track, and the Mercedes might have picked up damage as well.
Mercedes missing its front end plate. A bit more than its front end plate from the looks of things as well. Maybe just the top of the front wing. Wow. As Oliver James might have a bit of rear wing damage there now. That looked pretty hard.
It did. It did. You're right.
Is it like the Mercedes had bounced as well from that? Wow. And Sean is damaged as well, limiting him a bit to try and catch Vicious Vicar again. There's Jennifer. Look how close Jennifer is now. Nathan going down the main straight, using that barrier a little bit with the DRS wide open. Not going to be able to make the move to turn one. Madrat defending, just being a bit precautious there, just in case Jennifer thought I could do a quick of a little later on to see what happens. Now, into turn two. Through turn three we go now. Jennifer very close again with a bit of slipstream. As now, Madrat having to massively defend. There's a yellow flag there. That is a Williams, I believe. Going slowly over there. No, it's not. That was.
No, the drivers, Jon, are so spread out on track. It's unbelievable.
It's whenever the first pit stops happening, which is the sad bit, because you get mixed up with all the drivers on the old tyres. Just can't do much. It's something that I would say I was quite annoyed at in Season X. I would say Imola. So I remember it was Don Dedge who was still on intermediates after I had Boxer. I think you commentated, I think. No, it was Ben that commentated it. And he was still on intermediates on a dry track. He was just holding a few people up. It wasn't on purpose, obviously, but it was a great race to watch for everyone battling and getting past him on it. But again, all this, it sort of makes you think of F1 24 days where in Tier 1 actually, where everyone had did the first pit stop and the grid changed massively after that, didn't it?
Yeah, you're right. The Sauber of Mad Riot is actually not in a bad position here, considering he's got damage, because he's got Jennifer behind him who's got damage. Salute is starting to catch them, but he's got penalties. And all of the drivers are probably going to pit again anyway, so he's going to be able to get that repaired. And he's got a 6.5 second buffer to Salute, and Jennifer also needs to get repaired. So he's not actually in that bad of a position, and he's got Sean in front of him with a time penalty. The only issue is Priz, who's running away with it, but it's not because he's quicker than everybody. He's roughly around the same pace as the top guys, but it's just that everybody behind him has been battling, and Priz has just got the right strategy.
Just to mention, look at how close Jennifer is to Mad Riot. Very close throughout turn one. Look at it again in the braking zones, just super close. Able to get the traction and the grip. Yeah. It is about 3-4 tenths, I'd say, so far between each corner. It's about massive block for Jennifer, but it gains her. She gains from it.
It's so good when you're on board with a driver like Jennifer, the Hong Kong driver, and you can see the way, even with damage, structurally it's not there, but visually it looks so clean still. It's really great driving from Jennifer.
It is, especially with the front wing damage as well.
So he will still try and catch up to Mad Riot. 5 attempts behind him as they come out of turn 13 down towards turn 14 and 15 we go into the final corner. This could be it, but I tell you what, Mad Riot might get DRS from a driver. Is that a back marker in front that he's going to get DRS from? He didn't, so here comes Jennifer Lee. This could be his opportunity. Jennifer Lee to the outside as we head in towards turn 1, and the
send it late.
Mad Riot back on the inside, Jon.
Wow, he sent it late. He thought he could make it, but Jennifer just shut the door and said, no, you're not coming in. And that just allowed him to sort of think things out. I think the 3 tenths there. Because of it, again, the blue flag as well it is a bit questionable why the driver's now out of the way. But it's a bit silly for the driver not to get out of the way before the final corner, though. Because that could have maybe changed the race result from what it sees now.
Yeah. And What I find astonishing is that Salute, who's not got front wing damage, is not catching up to Mad Riot and Jennifer Lee at all. In fact, he's losing time, which is really surprising considering the pace of the Romanian driver in Australia was phenomenal. He was racing for the win,
It's the
and now
oversteer.
he's
He's struggling
yeah,
a lot with oversteer, especially on the exit of the corner.
he's slipping every time he exits the corners.
I reckon he might not have not done enough rear wing there. It's not got enough downforce to maybe try and make the corner consistently. That's Oliver James.
Yeah, he's very
10.
shaky. Prizzy's back in, Jon.
He's into the pits there. He does not tell me. Thank you for informing me of that, Nathan.
And it's hard as well. It's not soft. So you were right, Jon. He's gone medium hard.
Just say that the tire race now, he's going to absolutely try and thrash them. But look now, Mad Riot coming out. It's side by side. It's going to be. Look at this. It's a Jennifer big lock up for Jennifer. It's a ghosted car. Sorry, I was going to say it's going to be a battle with a V-Carp there. There's a Vicious Vicar finally picks in Sean.
Jon, I wonder if when Vicious Vicar was in front of Mad Riot, he was sort of trying to hold the drivers up for his teammate. Now it's the reverse role, but Mad Riot's got wing damage and Vicious Vicar is now pitted. I wonder if Mad Riot tries to hold anybody up.
Well, I wouldn't shock me, but look now, 4 attempts through 5 corners here from Pritzy. The fresh tires. Like, forget the wing damage; it's only a minor, but the tire degradation, the tire difference, just shows. Look at how close he is into the braking zone there. It's super close. He's able to get more grip and more traction on the brakes.
Yeah, and here comes the Ferrari of Priz. He's going to go for the
ace, and down the inside he goes. But can Mad Riot? No, it's contact.
Wow. Yeah, I think Mad Riot was just trying to turn in, and because Priz went for that lunge, he couldn't accelerate out the corner quick enough before Mad Riot did, and there was a little bit of contact there. So a little bit dangerous, but he got the move done. A giant stick is thrown Oliver James, the Red Bull on the sister car, and that is Jay Gullen into the pits as well. But he's now going to go into fresh medium, so he's going to be a bit quicker.
But what is Julius going to do? Julius might be going medium soft here. There's Jennifer into V2. It's an absolute lovely race from Jennifer. Because now she's got a 2-second gap.
Mad Riot's into the pits, so that means Vicious Vicar's going to be in the all clear.
He's getting a new front wing.
In the all clear.
He's getting a new front wing as well. He's going on to new hards.
Yeah, I thought he might. He had a 6-second buffer to Salute behind him.
Oh, very close with the McLaren and short with Vicious Vicar and the McLaren of Sean there.
Yeah, Sean will be quicker on the mediums, but he's got a time penalty, so yeah, be interesting.
As bad as we don't like to say it, whenever we see someone with a time penalty in F7, we know they don't tend to give up. They tend to just keep going, try and make the other driver lose out more.
Yeah. Oh, he's got damage. Sean's got a missing end plate.
I believe he had that at the start of the race, I think, in turn 1.
Wow. He's doing an exceptional job with damage.
She's trying to look. Oh, very close. He's gone wide. Obviously, he's got more grip and traction, the more gripped up tyres, but I don't think he expected Vicious Vicar to slow down drastically that much. And I just want to mention, a giant stick is catching. It doesn't look it currently as the time is changing right now, or as he's probably recharging the battery. But look at this, that is a 10th through the corner. Okay, commentator's curse has just occurred, guys. There's a Salad. There's just lost a few places there.
Yeah, and Priz went through on Jennifer, and Jay Gullen went on Salute. So, but Salut's going to come back with the DRS, even on them 12-lap old hard tyres, and Jay Gullen's going to have to do it all over again, and the Aston Martin driver will not be happy about that. The Romanian goes deep in the Alpine. Now the Aston Martin's got to be clever about this. He lingers around the outside. What a move! Salute goes on the gravel. Was there Dutch in there?
There was a bit of contact on the exit. There's a Salute actually cut turn 3 from the looks. I don't know if you got a track limit warning. As we are, I'm not going to risk checking just in case. It's 10-second time penalty for Honda Tech 94. Goes into the pits. So there's just a bit of contact with the front, and that was it.
It's points to all the drivers that finish now anyway. There's only 15 remaining, so there's points to all the drivers that finish.
Yeah, just I would love to have a nice little replay of that, a little look back at that. 'Cause I remember seeing the corner got cut for turn 3 of Salah, but the contact, I just can't see where it came from, because it would have been, Jay Gullen would be on the outside, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
It's an interesting one, that is. It's Jay Gullen's catching Jenneth quite quickly, but Jenneth at the moment is just trying to stay away from everyone. It's an 8-second buffer at the moment. It's a Julius Pitts that's going to put Jenneth back up to P2. And if Jenneth gets the podium, that is absolutely fair play to them, isn't it, really? Wow, the grid is just so close now all of a sudden. I mean, like, the points that matter to the championship of constructors, especially early on this season. As yes, Julius actually has gone onto the soft compound of tyre.
Yeah, with the point system now in F7, it really promotes consistency above just winning races. Obviously, if you win races, Jake Gullen's picked up a 3-second time penalty. But if you win races, you're going to get good points anyway, regardless. But the points are a little bit closer, and they go down to P15, so it actually promotes consistency and race finishing. Although winning races will still win you championships, if you consistently finish P2, or you finish P1 half the races and P15 half the races, you will win finishing P2. Do you know what I mean? It promotes consistency and it promotes finishing races more than just outright winning.
We could
So
use season 10 as well as an example. Not trying to show myself at all, but the thing is this: I got, I believe, four wins, and the rest of them were about finishing P3s, weren't they?
You were right, yeah. You're absolutely right, yeah. You were super consistent that season. Merckx is a 2-time world champion. He won one race in one of the seasons he was crowned world champion. He won one race. Like, that's what I mean. It just promotes consistency. So yeah, Julius and Salute are going at it. The Williams and the Alpine, and Julius. Jesus, he was like
really
the
close again.
Mexican cartel down the inside there. My goodness. On the soft compound tyres, he was taking no prisoners. Right down the inside.
Oh, I remember joining F7. It was perfect. I loved the first race. It was Belgium, my first ever race. I raced tier 3 to check the pace, because at that point I didn't feel fast on the game, and we all said I'm too quick. So I went into tier 2 and I finished P4 with Craggy as my teammate. It was wonderful.
Craggy was great.
I know. I need
Spa Franca chumps.
I remember then we went to realistic Silverstone, and then I made an edit and ended up getting the boot. But we grow from that, and look at it now. I'm now on commentary, and doing quite a bit in the league where I can, but I'm not doing college, you know.
No, obviously when you're free and that, and that's what I mean. People have lives and they're busy and stuff, and to come back when you get that little bit of release and that little bit of time off, you can come back and enjoy the racing and enjoy the league. It's just great to have there in the background to always go up to when you get a minute and stuff.
Yeah.
And just remember and have great races and great memories. Like, to have so many good memories of a certain thing, it's good to have.
Oh, Mexico. That's on the calendar, isn't it, Nathan?
Mexico is on the calendar.
The place where I won my championship.
Here comes Sean on Salute again, even with the wing damage. Oh, Salute got to look out. He was trying to go into the pit lane, and he's got a 10-second for speeding into the pit lane.
He's now Vicious Vicar.
He's out. Salute's out. He was guaranteed points as well, and he's threw them away for Nimble Cat.
What would be interesting now is if we have a very late safety car.
Yeah. We've not had a safety car at all yet today.
Oh, don't worry. I'll reserve tier 1. Don't worry.
Yeah. Tier 1 will have a safety car. Don't you worry.
Oh. You know what my favourite bit is on a Sunday after I do my my little league race? I do an Italian league. It's going straight to tier 1 chat.
Yeah. It's funny, tier 1.
Big up my man Reese.
They're just so competitive in tier 1. They're like a dog with a bone. They just cannot let it go. So it's either all or nothing. And
there, have a bit of a snap.
Yeah, a lot of the times it'll end with nothing.
I do know Julius up for a championship this season, isn't it?
What's that?
In Tier 1, he seems quite competitive last season.
Oh, really competitive, yeah. I'm just looking at Julius here. He's on fresh softs. He's chasing down Jay Gullen, who's also got a penalty. So Julius is on for a podium. But Jennifer Lee, who's staying out, he's going to the end of the race, even with that front wing damage. He's in P2 with a 3-second gap. So keep your eyes peeled on Jennifer Lee here. Remember, he was in the same position as Mad G. Mad G decided to pit. Jennifer Lee stayed out, and you can see the difference in that.
See, I know you've got the data, and I'm really curious right now what Jennifer's tyres are on, because they don't look bad at all. If you look at them on board, just the front left does, but the front right stuff. Other than that,
Jennifer's on 52% on his tyres.
Wow. And he's able to look at how much traction and grip he's getting as well.
Yeah, and you look at Mad G, he's on 18% on his tyres, so he should be a lot quicker. But I'm looking at the gaps in the times, and I'm not sure there's going to be enough time to catch up to Jennifer for anybody below sort of Julius. I think Jennifer's going to maybe potentially get a P4 here.
I reckon
this one stop.
Jennifer might get a P2. If them two battle behind, he's going to let Jennifer go and say, see you later.
Yeah, and Jay Gullen's got a penalty as well, yeah, so potentially he could still be on for a podium.
Jennifer's actually sort of caught up to Pretty a little bit this lap as well.
Yeah, incredible driving from the Hong Kong driver.
Yeah, commentators curse snapping again. They've just lost 4 tenths.
Yeah.
I need to stop.
Jay Gullen.
Need to stop.
He's got the DRS now.
Into the final few corners to go for the final few laps of the race. 4 laps to go. Who will be crowned the Bahrain winner in Tier 4?
Here comes Jay Gullen on Jennifer Lee, and he's finally going to get the move.
But look behind Julius as well. Look how close.
Look at Julius. He's like a rocket ship as well, the Williams driver.
Down the inside late end.
Yes. Julius
very
does
close.
Not want to lose time. Jennifer Lee's got wing damage.
The grip and the traction.
Switch back. He's so close to the back of him.
The grip and the traction, Jennifer just got straight from there. This yellow flag, that is a V-carb. We won't go check that at the moment. But the grip and the traction, Jennifer actually just got out of there on that high of tyres is really impressive. It's almost as if Jennifer sort of goes into some practice sessions, lights up the rear tyres for a solid 30 seconds, and then cracks on. Because look at the consistency so far. The lap times from what I'd assume are very similar with Jennifer.
I tell you what, Jennifer could be denying Julius a podium of, could be denying him P2 here. No, there goes Julius, because Julius needs to stay with Jay Gullen. He's got a time penalty, so he's battling for P2 here, the Williams driver.
Now, this now allows Julius to battle Jay Gullen, which now allows Jennifer to come back into play again.
Yeah, wow. I'm really surprised that at the Saubers here, because they were in good positions until they pitted. It doesn't look like the two-stop has worked in this particular race. It's really surprising.
It's impressive. It's all this is allowed now is Jennifer can just repair those tyres a bit, can cool them down and conserve them. Obviously, they're going to be in a bit. Yes, they're not going to cool down as quick as we might think or we want, but it's just going to allow Jennifer to save and conserve the tyres now. Because look, Jennifer isn't locking up at most of the corners that they were locking up prior, so they've learned from the little mistakes they were making. And now look at it again, DRS wide open, and look at how close Julius is now. Pretty with a 3-second time penalty, the race leader.
Wow.
There's Jay Gullen, by the way. I think that's 2 seconds out of Pritzy's time from earlier on when he was, I believe, 12 seconds.
This is where Vicious Vicar needs to get a move on. He's gonna take P5 from Sean. Sean's got damage and he's on mediums that are on 50% wear. But it's Jennifer Lee. They don't seem Sean.
The front left locking up
any time.
The front left is not looking very good now. I've just looked at Jennifer's temperatures on the wheel. It says 86 and 89 for the front left.
It's only on 61% wear, yeah.
So they're really managing the tyres now.
It's the only thing that would mess Jennifer up now is his own driving. If he goes too early and spins out or something like that, but he's not gonna get a puncher with 2.5 laps to go.
Well, we've said that before. We said it about Theo Tarland in the sprint last season at Bahrain, funnily enough, and he went straight on and had a puncture.
Right at the end, yeah. Here comes Julius on Jay Gullen. Even with that time penalty, he wants to win it on track as we go on to the penultimate lap here in Bahrain, and he's going to send him the long way around, does Jay Gullen.
Bit
Jay
of a
Gullen
lock up
trying to
as
keep
well.
that P2. It is, Jon. He's on the back of him now.
There's a long set, another 3-second time penalty. Don Edge is going to have a nice time going through the track limits.
He loves them. He loves them.
Oh.
Yeah, he's
I've
racking them
noticed
up.
his server name as well.
What's that?
It's Discord server name at the moment. I'm not going to
I
say it
know,
on
yeah.
stream, but but now Julius
Papi
trying to
is on
gather
for
him.
2 points in this race, so well done to him. He's going to go on to the softs until the end. Vicious Vicar is still not able to get past Sean, which is really surprising at this moment in the race. They are now starting to catch up to Jennifer. The gap has been reduced by 1.5 seconds, down to 6.5, but still
Really
way off Jennifer.
managing them tyres. They've now lost 3 seconds.
Yeah, this is it's a great drive from Jennifer, but if I was Sean, if I was Vicious Vicar, if I was Giant Stick, I would be disappointed at not being able to get past the likes of Sean and Jennifer. Sean with damage and old tyres, and Jennifer with damage and old tyres.
I see Jennifer's definitely played their cards right today. It's absolutely insane, and it's something I actually admire with people on F125 is tyre wear is so different in this game and how the car handles. It's if you can manage them tyres for so many laps, it's impressive. So we now go on to the final lap of the Grand Prix with Fritzy in lead as these two battling it out again through turn 3. We go. There's Jay Gullen right behind him on the gearbox. He's got a bit wide. He's got the DRS. Has Julius try and stay ahead on the inside line. It's round the outside goes Jay Gullen. It says, "See you later, mate. That's mine." As Julius really struggling now on those soft compound tyres.
Julius needs to stop pushing. He doesn't need to push. Jay Gullen's got a penalty. He's guaranteed P2 here, but he's just nearly thrown it all away. Vicious Vicar, I've seen him in the background trying to get past Sean, wasn't able to do it again. They have narrowed the gap to 5.9 to Jennifer, but they're not going to catch him. Jennifer went for the one stop, and it's going to pay off here. He's done 20 odd laps on the 21, I think, on the 20 laps on the hards, and he's going to get to the end of the race and win. It's unbelievable. Sorry, not win. So, not win. He's going to get to the end of the race and finish P4 in front of Sean and Vicious Vicar. But here comes Priz.
Yeah, through the final corner. I believe it's the first time Priz has won, hasn't it? And he wins in Bahrain in tier 4. It's now Jay Gullen in P2 with a 3-second time on it. He's going to finish on track in P2, but drastically drop down to P3, which is going to help Julius. He's going to be happy, but it was a great race for both of them as Julius takes P2 and Jay Gullen P3. As Jenny, 20 laps on the hard compound tyre, P4. Impressive stuff as Sean trying to hold off Vicious Vicar, which then drops him to P6 and Vicious Vicar P5. Giant Stick P7. After a nice race, but not consistent enough to lose out as Mad Riot, starting at the top, loses out to his teammate, who finishes P8 as Shining Swarm had a bit of an incident at the start with Doug, and has managed to bring it home to P9 with a few second time penalties, as now Oliver James, it's a battle actually between Cinders and Oliver James, so we're going to keep this race going so far. There's Oliver James struggling to get the grip, struggling to try and get the consistency through the corner, cuts a bit of the corner so far. It's now right on the gearbox of it. It's going to be Cinders right behind him, burning the battery all the way down to the final corner. He's trying to get a bit of clean air as well, so he can just absolutely try and swing the car through the corner. Look at how close he's managing to get. Is he going to get him just before the line? He's got the slipstream, he's got to have a bit of the clean air. Is he going to be able to do it? No, he can't, as that makes him go to P10. Oliver James drops down to P12. Kate Swiss goes P11, Oliver James P12, P13 is Honda E-Tech 94. It was a good race at the start, but a bit of an incident had occurred that made him drop down a bit more than he started. He finishes P15. By the way, Nick, remember we've got to give Dawn his 50k points back for the channel. Just a reminder of that. As the race winner is Pritzy, fastest lap is Julius. Janet, the driver of the day. I agree with that massively, as the most overtakes was Shining Swarm. as this is your finishing order is P1 Pritzy, P2 Julius, P3 Gullen, P4 Jeneth, P5 Vicious Vigor, P6 Sean, Giant Stick, P7 P8 Mad Riot, P9 Shining Swarm, P10 Cinders, P11 K Swiss, Oliver James, P12 Honda VTEC, P13, P14 is Tapapi, and the rest, I believe, have retired from the Grand Prix.
Who did you say driver of the day, Jon?
Jeneth.
Jennifer, yeah.
Here's the race director. If anyone might require that later on. And we'll run the pit stops just for Nathan.
Yeah, what a great race. That was really, really enjoyable.
Oh, wow. That was an unbelievable race. It was great.
Just having a look. Yeah, that was a really good race. I hope you all enjoyed that. But what a performance by Praise Julius, finishing in P2 from pole position. Finished 11 seconds behind Praise. That 14, but with the 3-second time penalty. But what did you make of that one? Your first return back on comms in 2026, and for quite a while. Did you enjoy that one, Jon?
Absolutely amazing. I enjoyed every second of that. But I think we've got to do the usual one. A few interviews, eh, Nathan?
Well, 2 of them are on. One's on Steam, one's on Xbox.
If they join the voice chat, Discord, remember, I've got it set its own thing, so they should be able to be heard regardless.
Ah, right, brilliant. What? So just like in-game chat?
No, you can do it if they pull into the VC. The Discord chat will hear. They can hear them through my stream because I've got it set to Discord's linked
I
for this
don't know if
VC.
they have access to that VC because it's a commentary box VC, isn't it?
We could always drag them in.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, if they want to do interviews, we can interview. Sound.
Priz.
Yeah, just give them a little tag, see what they want to do.
P2 was Julius. I don't know Julius's Discord.
PIIC Julius or something. Oh no, that's his thing, you know.
GI.
1 second. Will I make a temporary channel in tier 4 and see if that works? Voice. Where do we go? Says Jay Gullen. You know what, Yarn? Can you hear me, Yarn?
Yeah, I can hear. I'm just gonna
I will leave you to interview these whilst I update everything. Is that all right?
That is completely fine, mate.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, mate. It's been an absolute pleasure.
No, thank you for actually joining me on comms. I've been waiting for this for such a long time.
It was so good. It was so good. Yeah, thanks, mate. I think there's another virtual chat you can go into, Yarn, that they all have access to. You know, the one that everyone sits in when they're
the driver's
that one.
lounge. Yeah, I'll join that one then.
All right.
Absolute fabulous race from everyone there. Everyone's joined the VC. So we'll start with, sadly we cannot have Frizz join us, he's got a roast dinner. We'll have Jay Gullen start first. So, Jay Gullen, the race, it was long, it was interesting for you as well. How would you say it was on your side?
Yeah, I mean, quite stressed. Like it was just when I got a 3 second time penalty, I was panicking. I was just kind of trying to keep my consistency up, trying not to crash, racing and stuff like that.
Obviously, what were the tyres like? It was a long race on the strategy you had done. What were your tyres like?
So I mean they weren't that bad. I mean I'm not very good with tire management, but some like I don't know how, but my tires actually managed to stay with me. I think I was very end of the race for my hards. I think I was on like 40% tire wear. I was just trying to keep the consistency up, making sure to like ease onto the throttle so I don't get too much spin in tire wear.
That is, yeah, no, that is understandable and fair because tire wear around Bahrain is quite high. Let's move to qualifying as well. How were you feeling in qualifying? You were rapid, you were quite quick.
Um, well, with qualifying in the first, I was kind of just messed up my first lap. I went my second lap on used soft, and it was like a decent lap, and not the best, but yeah, I just didn't push too hard because I just wanted a solid lap. And then in Q2, I got a pretty good lap in. Uh, also, in that, I wasn't fully pushing, but I feel like I did pretty good in that. And then I just did one lap and then sat back. And then in Q3, I just went all out. It was really annoying because in sector 3 on one of the last corners, I messed up my exit, so then I lost like 2/10. Uh, so that was very annoying. I I think overall quality pretty good. Um,
No, great stuff. And thank you for this. Thank you. It was a pleasure to watch you race. As you now move on to Julius, the man who was absolutely on a rampage to try and get P2, which he eventually got.
Hey, hello everyone. Thank you, thank you. It was a hard race to be honest. Uh, After the incident with Giant Stick, I needed to recover. So I tried my best, tried to extend as much as possible the mediums, and I think I got good pace at the end with the soft ones, but it was impossible to catch over Priest. He was so fast, so very well deserved for him.
How so obviously qualifying, we'll go sort of qualifying this time. Throughout there you were pretty consistent, you were fast, you were on a rampage in qualifying as well. What would you say the pace was like?
Yes, so probably I was expecting to have some safety cards and maybe change on the strategy, but the initial intent was to push as much as possible, medium red. But as I say, unfortunately, with the incident, it was very difficult. When I exit the first pit stop, I got traffic, and that was the point where Priest was far from me. But even though it was a very good race, appreciate the cleanliness of everyone. A pretty nice tournament.
That is a wonderful message. What were the tires like as well at the start?
Yeah, so I wasn't suffering overheating, to be honest. I think the pressure we set up was okay. But at the end, the pace from Priest, it was impossible for me. So I think there was nothing I can do with that. So I gave my best, and that was what I was able to catch.
All right then. Thank you. So thank you all for joining us for Tier 4 today, and thank you all for being so for having a great race. And for my first time coming back on commentary, now be sure to join us tonight at 7 p.m. where Nathan will be live streaming and commentating Tier 1, the best of the best, the fastest drivers we have to offer. And be sure to join us on a Wednesday at 7 p.m. GMT UK time as we have Realistic, which is a very spicy championship up for grabs for everyone as well so far. Without further ado, thank you all for joining, and we'll see you later on.